Hey y'all, what's up? Today on Brix and Fire, we're making Chimichurri Chicken Skewers on the Asado. Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Trev from Brix Barbecue in Fort Worth, Texas, and today we're making Chimichurri Chicken Skewers on the Asado. Here y'all. So behind me I've got my fire breaking down, making us some post oak coals. Right here I have got our chicken thighs that have been in a brine for about 6 hours now. You can brine these for up to 12, maybe even 24 hours, but be careful on how thick the chicken is because it might get a tad too salty. Our brine here, and I will post this recipe for the brine in the video description. It is a mixture of fresh parsley, cilantro, red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, a tiny bit of cumin, olive oil, red wine vinegar, and some fresh chopped garlic. All right, we've got our boneless thighs here, guys. You'll notice when they get deboned, they kind of cut them open right here so it folds open. What I like to do is I like to fold these over just like this and then pierce it through both sides. I've got 8 thighs here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 on each skewer. And then you'll see what I like to do is take the other skewer and pierce it through the opposite side just to give us a little more structure here when we have these on the grill. Makes them easier to manage. Get our other one going here. Your chicken thigh set 4 and 4, fold it over. And once my coals break down, I will get a little fire going underneath those grates and we will toss these on the grill. I'm gonna wash my hands and we'll be right back. All right, guys, our thighs are all prepped now. Our fire is breaking down nicely. We're getting some nice post oak coals developed right here. Before I move them underneath our grill grates, let's talk about this vino. What are we drinking on Brix and Fire today? This is the Brix Barbecue from Piedmont in Italy. This is a 2009. I was in the store, couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. First of all, guys, Barbaresco in general is an Italian varietal that is really not that commonly found in most stores in the States. It's certainly out there, but you really have to look hard and know what you're looking for. The thing I love about this wine is that when it gets a little age on it like this, there's so much complexity to it. There's so much depth of flavor that you have going on. I just absolutely love it. Let's try it out. Don't forget to grab one of these wine savants here, guys. Awesome aerator, a simple tool. I think you can get them on Amazon for about $25 to $28, and they're prime. It'll be there in 2 days. Introduce a little bit of air into this wine. I did open up the Barbaresco about 2.5 hours ago, just so you guys know this is a very tannic wine. When people talk about wines that are dry, often they're talking about wines that are actually tannic. When they say it dries out the mouth, those are the tannins that are doing that grip to the tongue and have that dryness that people associate with a dry wine. But really what you're tasting is, what you're feeling is those tannins in the mouth on the palate. Absolutely love the color here, guys. When I poured it in my glass earlier, it's kind of hard to see outside right now, but they typically have, especially with some age on them, this beautiful kind of clay brick, reddish brown thing going on. Oh, just absolutely beautiful in the glass. 2009, I'm smelling the age, I'm getting that oak. It tells me that this one was probably an oak a little bit longer than some of the other wines that you'll find in Italy, but man, it's playing very nicely right now. Let's try it out. Wow. So it's funny, I tried this about 2 hours ago and it was still very, very tight. I was a little bit nervous because I was super excited to try this wine, but man, oh man, it is opening up very nicely right now. You're getting a lot of kind of dried red fruit. So think of like dried cranberries, dried cherries, almost in like a Chex Mix, trail mix kind of thing going on. Fruity, but not in an overly sweet way, not in an overly tart way. This is a very dry wine. The tannins have softened a bit. When I first tried it, really gripped my tongue and dried out my mouth a lot. Softened very nicely. I also think the wine savant really helps with that. Really enjoying this, guys. All right, guys, our fire has really started to break down now. I'm seeing some really awesome developed coals. I'm gonna go ahead and move these over underneath our grill grates now. All right, guys, I moved our coals underneath the grates here. When we put these thighs on the grill, we're actually gonna start them up on this upper rack up here. We're gonna slow roast them for about an hour, hour and a half. At the very end then, we're gonna bring them down and go ahead and sear them off. Let's toss them on. My bigger thighs, I'm gonna put closer to the main fire over here, this main heat source. And the smaller ones, I'm gonna put over further to the left as to not overcook them too quickly. Okay, you'll hear in steak videos that we do that I'm always concerned about having flare-ups and fires down low underneath the steak because I don't wanna burn it. With the chicken thighs, and anytime we're really slow roasting stuff, I'm okay with a flame down low as long as that flame's not getting up too high and hitting our thighs, okay? This is perfect right now, and in fact, I'm actually gonna take some of these pieces of wood that have fallen off over here and add them on top of our coal bed. That will help us produce a little more of that smoke flavor coming off of the coals, off of the fire, into our meat. There you go, that'll start to ignite, give us some more smoke there. Okay, I'm gonna let this rock for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna come back outside and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at them, and then we're gonna turn them over, let them go for another 30, 45 minutes before we sear them off over the coals themselves. We have to be careful when it comes time to sear them off that we don't go too long or too hot, because there is a lot of fresh herbs in that brine, and when you have fresh herbs on the meat and you cook it over a live fire, you have to be careful that you don't burn them because it'll get bitter really quick, and we don't want that. All right, y'all, we're back. Our thighs have been on here now for about 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a peek at them. Oh yeah, you can see our crust here really starting to brown up and sear nicely, even on that upper rack. This is exactly what we're trying to see right here. That mahogany brown starting to char looks absolutely perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these over now, both of them. I went ahead and moved some more coals over underneath the grates here. I would like a little bit more flame to roast these and a little bit more smoke. So I went ahead and grabbed some smaller splits here, and I'm just gonna lay these right across the top of our coals there, just to get a little more fire going and move these babies along. We'll come back in another 40 minutes or so. These should be very close to being done. Once that internal temp hits around 150, I'm gonna go ahead and drop them down here, sear them off for just about 30 seconds each side, and we should be money. It's been another 30 minutes or so now. I just temped these thighs. They're all in that kind of upper 140, lower 150 range now, which is absolutely perfect to go ahead and begin our sear. I'm gonna take these off. You can see they're coming along very nicely, and I'm gonna set them down right here. Our nice hot coal bed. I'm not putting them directly over where I see flames, more so over those really developed coals. I'm just gonna give them about 30 to 45 seconds on each side here. That'll be plenty of time to get these up to an internal temp of around 160. They'll carry over the rest of the way as they rest. All right, we'll go ahead and give them a flip now. Take a look at that underside. Beautiful, beautiful browning going on right there. Turn it over. And flip over our other one. Look at that crust coming along, guys. Wow, I'm loving it. Can't wait to dive in on this. Give them another 30 to 45 seconds. They should be absolutely perfect, and we'll take them inside. All right, guys, just tempt them. They are finished off. Check these babies out. It is time to take these inside and enjoy. All right, guys, just brought these in off the grill outside. Let's go ahead and take them off the skewers. Come off nice and clean, perfect. Let's take one and try it out. Oh yeah. Nice and juicy inside. Take a look at that. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. I also made a little bit of caramelized onion aioli right here. Put a little bit on there. Boom. All right, guys, that was so good. I got to go in for another bite here. Get a little bit of my aioli. Oh, caramelized onion aioli came out so good. Cooked down some onions in the pan for a while, some fresh garlic as well. Oh, man. A little bit of lemon juice. Look at that right there. Oh. So good. The thing I love about using the thighs is that they have so much forgiveness. It's kind of, there's so much margin for error. So if you overcook a tiny bit, don't sweat it, guys. It's going to be okay. Let's get back to this Barbaresco. Oh. Guys, if you see a Barbaresco that's older than 10 years old on the shelf, just trust me, grab it. I'm begging you to grab it. Oh, man. This pairing tonight is absolutely wonderful. I am going to plate this up. I went ahead and also made some roasted potatoes in our beef tallow spray that we get from South Chicago Packing. Go online, order that stuff. It's so versatile. It makes for an awesome oil for all kinds of stuff. All right, guys, so you can see the finished product right here. Have our thighs, our roasted potatoes. Look at the crisp on that potato. You can see that golden brown. Oh, I mean, there's so much crisp on it, guys. Came out absolutely awesome thanks to that beef tallow spray. Have our caramelized onion aioli right here that we're gonna dip all of this in. Good for both the chicken and the potatoes. I did go ahead and grate a little bit of fresh pecorino cheese over the potatoes as well, because who the hell doesn't love cheese? All right, y'all, thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for coming. Tell me in the comments when you make this, what are you gonna be drinking with this amazing meal, okay? Is it gonna be Barbaresco, or are you going to the king of wines, Barolo? White wine maybe, some bourbon, hell, even Lone Star, who knows? Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about this recipe, and most importantly, what are you drinking? Cheers.